Every once in a while, somebody in backpacking really creates an innovative product that changes the landscape of what you do in backpacking. You know, you look at the product and say, man, why didn't they think of that before now? Well, I've got that product right here. It's from Getoutgear. It is the TrekChair. It is a combination of a chair and 2 trekking poles as the backing for the high back. Let's take a look at it. The Getoutgear TrekChair. It's a game changer. An initial look at the Getoutgear TrekChair shows me that it's got all the features you need for a great backpacking trip. First, it's an aircraft grade aluminum alloy frame. They've done their research and development on the frame. They've looked at the different types of alloy, and this aluminum alloy is flexible yet very durable. It has the main strut that goes from your back to your legs, and then it has branches that come off of there for the fabric for the seat, and then from the fabric for the backing. This is a high back chair. Getoutgear told me that when they looked at this product, they thought that most people in this realm would want a low back chair, but when they did the research and put it on websites where you get input from the viewers and the people who will buy the chair, they said, no, we want the higher back chair. Helinox sells one. I don't remember exactly what it's called, maybe the Ultralight or the Zero, but with the high back. And essentially, I think it comes in at $169. Well, this one comes in at $199, but you get carbon fiber trekking poles with it, along with the chair. But really what makes the seat innovative and brand new for backpacking is this design in the mold. They have reinvented the wheel essentially with this design. They've created in the mold 2 different places to put 2 trek poles in. So you have a trek pole on the left and right. They're angled, so the trek pole goes up on the chair, and then they have these sleeves at the top so that the trekking poles can go in to the sleeves and creates this high back and a complete game changer for backpacking chairs. The chair says that it will hold about 265 pounds. I think it will hold a lot more than that. This thing is extremely sturdy. These poles are made of carbon fiber. However, most poles, like the Black Diamond Cork Alpine pole, that is a 1 millimeter shaft. They have doubled the strength on that and made the shafts on these carbon fiber trekking poles a 1.5 millimeter. So they did that because they wanted this to be extremely durable when you're using it for your trekking chair. It is a large chair for the seating. You can see how it widens out here, which creates a comfortable seating place when you get to camp. This is a ripstop nylon fabric. It has these mesh backings, so you have a lot of air ventilation. It is 11 inches off the ground. So it doesn't sit on the ground where you have to worry about your behind dragging. This thing sits up high and it's easy to get in and out of. Comes in at around 33 inches by 29 inches when it is expanded out as such so that you can sit in it. But then it folds down to 14 inches by around 4 inches, maybe a little over under. But you can really compact this and put it on the side of your bag, which creates a great compact chair. And with the poles that you've been using, you're really making this thing extremely small and compact because you don't have the extra struts and 2 different poles on each side for the backing, because those are your trekking poles that you'll be using throughout the day. This thing is extremely comfortable. I'm not really worried as much about the specs as I am worried about comfort. And this thing is wide. You can really put your butt in it and be comfortable. Then you can recline it. Because the flip locks, you can put this thing up as high as you want, as high as it'll go essentially, and have a straight up chair from when you're cooking. But later in the evening when you're relaxed or something, you just simply lower the flip locks down on your trekking poles and you can recline at 45 degrees. I like to talk to you about these carbon fiber poles, but first, let me show you the setup of what you do to get this chair in the position that it's in right now. First, it comes in this great little bag that in my pet peeve of different backpacking gear products is they make a bag that once you get it out the first time, whatever the product is, you can't get it back in. Well, they didn't do that with Getoutgear in this. This bag fits the chair nicely, even when you fold it up in a hurry or whatever. It actually comes with this nice little tag on the bag that has a QR code, so all you have to do is scan your phone to it and you can go straight to the instructions. So the three components essentially of the chair are the two carbon fiber trekking poles. You also get this ripstop nylon fabric. This is a great fabric with mesh panels and it stretches very nicely. A lot of these chairs that I've had in the past, you have to pull it with all your might to get it over the edge of the frame. Not with this one, and I'll show you why. Let's put it together. So on the setup, you have this great little aluminum alloy frame. It's aircraft aluminum grade. It sits just like this because you don't have the backing poles, and all you're going to do is put the poles in the mesh sleeves to begin with. This prevents you from having to worry about stretching it over the fabric. What I like to do is put these facing the outside, so the tip goes on the outside. It doesn't get into your back once you get it done. You simply really easily slide that into place, and then you do the same for the other side. So after trying this many times, it is really a good tip to start with that. Then you simply want to take the poles and slide them into this awesome frame that Getoutgear has created. You want to make sure that both poles go all the way to the bottom, that none of the threading is showing. You want to make sure they're all the way down. And then you can put the fabric on the front of the frame. And you simply put the front poles into the sleeve. Then you come to the back. You make sure you got it cinched down to where you want it. Come up with the second pole, not the first one, and lock it into place. They say to put it about an inch above the Getoutgear symbol, so that's what I'm doing. I want to tighten it down a little bit. I want to make sure that I got both sides essentially the same height. And there you have it. You've got a great sitting chair that you can put up and down depending on how you want it. Later in the evening, if you want to relax by the fire, you take the mechanisms, bring them down really low, and the chair is reclining at a 45-degree angle. So an absolutely innovative product that has a reclining mechanism simply by thinking about a backpacker and what they need. Let's take a look at the TrekChair carbon fiber poles that come with the chairs. Not only do you get the TrekChair, but you get the two poles that come with it. And these aren't just any poles. These are carbon fiber poles that come in at around 7.8 ounces a piece, but they don't stop there because they were thinking about the research and development of these poles, and they didn't want them to fail in any way because they're being used for the chair. They created them with a 1.5 millimeter shaft instead of the standard, which is you would find on most carbon fiber poles of a 1 millimeter shaft. They're 50% stronger at 1.5. So you don't have to worry about these poles failing on you, either using them as a pole or using them for your TrekChair. A lot of times I've found with these carbon fiber poles in the past is they're bouncy and flexible, and I don't really like that in the trekking poles that I have. And I'm mostly moved away from trekking poles in the past, but what I really like about these and using them is they are a little bit more rigid. And I like that in a trekking pole. I want to feel comfortable that they're durable. And so they don't have that bendy, flexible carbon fiber feel. They feel more like aluminum pole, but they're 7.8 ounces. So they're extremely light. And they have this wonderful cork top. I've actually never had a cork trekking pole before and love the feel of that. With these nice little ridges, your hand fits in the handle perfectly. It has these wonderful felt and fabric on the inside so that you put your hand up through the bottom, you grab right there, and a great grip and feel with the ridges on the cork. But they didn't stop there with these poles. They also have this wonderful EVA foam on the bottom. So if you want a different grip, maybe you're going up the hill, you want it to be shorter and didn't want to adjust the lock mechanism, you can put your hands on the EVA foam instead of the cork and just adjust as you go. They have the tungsten tips, so these things are going to last you forever. They're pretty much standard in the industry, and they come with normal extra tips that you want to put on the top of here. I usually do put the rubber tips on the end when I'm trekking with them, just because I like the feel of that and don't have to worry about all the leaves getting on the end of these tips. The other thing that the Getoutgear has thought about, and which is wonderful, are these lock mechanisms. In a lot of these carbon fiber poles, you're going to see just all sorts of plastic parts that will usually fail you, but they didn't do that with Getoutgear. Their research and development, they thought about this, and these are all metal parts of the 3 flip locking mechanisms of the poles. So you simply manually turn it down, whereas like the Black Diamond Alpine Cork has this little tool that you have to use to screw down the locking mechanism. You don't have to do that with this Getoutgear pole. All you have to do is manually turn it and then use the flip lock. So these flip locks just fold down like that. They're super simple and easy to use. At 7.8 ounces, you really can't go wrong, because when you think about these poles, for the Black Diamond Alpine Cork, I think they're $199. And that's essentially the price of these poles, plus you get a chair with these poles. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1. You're getting trekking poles that are extremely durable, carbon fiber, 7.8 ounce, cork handles, locking mechanisms that are metal, an extremely durable pole at 1.5 millimeter shafts, and you're getting a trekking chair. I will say that they fold out to 54 inches. A lot of these trekking pole tents require, I think, 52 inches or so. So you can extend these out to 54 inches. They will fold down to, I think, 21 or 24 inches. So with that, you can really compact them and put them on the side of your pack if you needed, or even inside your pack if you needed. Check it out, Getoutgear's website. They've got these in pre-order, and at the time of this video, I think they'll be out by then. I think they're coming in at around $199. I understand from Getoutgear that they're also gonna sell these separately, which is gonna be a huge gain for the market because of this 1.5 millimeter shaft. Absolutely amazing product. Thanks for watching As the Crow Flies Hiking. I'll see you on the next adventure.